After much searching, I have finally found the perfect 1966 Batmobile. As I get things ready for my upcoming Batman collection tour video, I was looking at my various 1966 Batmobiles, of which I have way too many. But for the last year, I assumed that this 1/18th scale from Jada was the perfect Batmobile. On the surface, it really is a rather nice model, very well constructed, good solid weight to it, and it has the bonus of having lights, which is quite unique in this field. This is the only one I have that lights up. However, the pinstriping has been done in orange instead of red, and that also applies to the Bat logos on the door and the wheels. Speaking of the wheels, they've been done with modern looking low profile tyres, not at all in keeping with the 60s theme. So whilst this was a very good Batmobile and at the time my personal favourite, there is now a new /1 in my collection. So let's take a look at what I believe to be the perfect 1966 Batmobile. Hot Wheels 1/18th scale Batmobile. I think this is the #1. Now before we get this opened up and take a closer inspection, quick comment on the packaging. Very nice package, very heavy weight to everything here, and a nice sort of Gotham City skyline on the back here. Not necessarily something that I would keep in box to display. I think the Batmobile deserves to be out, and that will be happening very shortly. But in terms of the overall package, this is very nice. Should mention as well, the packaging for the Jada 1/18th scale were very good as well. But this one is all about what's contained inside. Let's get this opened up and take a much closer look at what I believe to be the perfect 1966 Batmobile. So finally got it out of the package. I say finally because this was held onto the plinth with not 2 but 4 screws that required to be undone first. Now, not quite as heavy as the Jada that we just looked at, but in terms of overall appearance, far more screen accurate, especially with the red pinstriping and the slightly beefier sidewalls on the tyres. Paint-wise, it's been painted very well actually. One or two of the Batmobiles in my collection have a few sort of problematic paint areas. This one has been painted quite perfectly actually. I cannot see any faults with it whatsoever. Now obviously what differentiates this from the Jada is that the Batman and Robin figures are sitting inside. Jada did come with Batman and Robin, but they are sort of pewter statues that do not move, or there's no articulation whatsoever, so they cannot be put inside the Batmobile. Here, our Caped Crusaders are sitting in place. Now, Batman has his hands on the steering wheel, which is rather interesting because this is a functioning steering wheel that does actually turn the front wheels, which is very nice. Again, something that the Jada does not do. Now, again, from the front, this is rather interesting. Those of you that have seen my video regarding McFarlane's Batmobile with the 6-inch figures, the Batmobile is actually far too small for the figures, and when Batman and Robin are sitting in the Batmobile, their heads are sticking over the windshield. Definitely not the case with this. The proportions are absolutely spot on. So we have functioning doors, which also very nicely detailed on the inside. The interior of the car is okay, a little bit basic on the dashboard, but it does have the bat phone that Robin is currently using. We've got the fire extinguisher and the gear shifter, and of course the handle for the bat U-turn is present as well. No lights, unfortunately, but that's not really a downside in my opinion, because let's be honest, if you were to leave the lights on the Jada, they'd probably be dead in a matter of hours. So, all in all, perfect proportions, perfect paintwork, perfect color scheme. The figures look good inside, and they are also very well painted. No flaws that I can see there. The only one sort of thing that I'm not overly fussed about is the fact that the antenna up front here is a very soft, almost rubbery type material that I think there is potential of that breaking if it was touched too much. So just make a mental note to keep your hands off that. But overall, this is without question the best looking Batmobile in my collection. Now, I believe this model is from 2015. So it's still available on the secondary market, but I believe the prices are somewhat inflated. But for me, definitely number one, and an absolute stunning piece in my Batman collection. And I did say there will be an extensive look at my 1966 Batman collection. That will be coming up very soon. It's going to be quite an undertaking, and I really do need to plan it well. And given that most of my collection is currently in storage bins, I need to make sure I have everything out. It's quite possible that I may forget something. I have bins everywhere filled with stuff. So maybe within the next 2 weeks I'll have that video up, and I hope it's worth the wait because I have amassed a reasonable size of a Batman 66 collection that I'm really eager to share with everyone. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look at this Hot Wheels 1/18th scale Batmobile, which in my opinion is the best Batman toy out there. So let me know in the comments what you think, and do you have suggestions as to another Batmobile that might be of interest to me? So let me know, and thank you all for watching, and please like this video, please share it, and stay tuned for the next video.